Bea Arthur lived a double life for years, and no one knew, until now. I always thought I knew Bea Arthur. She was Dorothy. She was Ma. Tough, fearless. The woman who always had the perfect comeback. But the more I looked into her real life, the more I realized those unforgettable characters were hiding someone almost completely different. And honestly, that surprised me more than anything. When people remember Bea Arthur, they usually picture a woman who never backed down from an argument. She could silence an entire room with one look. Her timing was flawless. Her confidence seemed effortless. But when the cameras stopped rolling, Bea Arthur wasn't chasing attention at all. In fact, she spent years trying to avoid it. That almost feels impossible when you think about how recognizable she became. Here's something I never appreciated. Hollywood wasn't waiting for Bea Arthur. Actually, it almost rejected her from the beginning. She stood nearly 5'10". She had an unusually deep voice. Her face didn't fit the glamorous mold studios wanted during the 1950s. She once admitted that as a little girl, she wished she looked like the blonde movie stars she admired. Instead, casting directors often gave her older women, or even men's roles when she was growing up, because she was taller than everyone else. Imagine hearing your entire life that you don't look like a star, then becoming one anyway. Before television audiences ever knew her name, Bea Arthur had already lived an entirely different life. She served during World War II in the United States Marine Corps Women's Reserve. That still catches me off guard. People remember the comedian. Few remember the Marine. She worked as a typist, later became a truck driver and transportation dispatcher. After leaving the military, she trained as a medical laboratory technician. For a short time, she even worked in medicine. But something kept pulling her back toward acting. Thankfully, she listened. Success didn't happen quickly. Actually, it barely happened at all. For nearly 20 years, Bea worked quietly in New York theater, small productions, off-Broadway plays, television appearances hardly anyone remembers today. Most people would have quit. I probably would have questioned myself long before that. But she kept showing up, night after night, role after role, without any guarantee things would ever change. Then something unexpected happened. A Broadway musical called Mame. Bea wanted the lead role. She didn't get it. Instead, she accepted the supporting role of Vera Charles. At first glance, that sounds disappointing. But it became one of the smartest decisions of her life. She won a Tony Award. Suddenly, producers started noticing the actress Hollywood had ignored for decades. Sometimes the opportunity you didn't want ends up changing everything. Then came Norman Lear. He offered her a television role on All in the Family. Here's the part I found fascinating. Bea turned him down, more than once. She loved theater. She didn't think television was where she belonged. Eventually, she agreed to appear in only a couple of episodes as Maude Findlay. That was supposed to be it. Except audiences couldn't stop talking about her. Almost overnight, CBS ordered an entire series built around her character. Imagine accidentally becoming the star of your own show. Maude wasn't just another sitcom. It challenged people. It made them uncomfortable. It talked about politics, divorce, mental health, women's rights, subjects television rarely touched back then. Then came one episode that changed everything. Maude discovers she's pregnant at 47, after wrestling with the decision she chooses to have an abortion. Today, viewers might forget how explosive that was. But back in 1972, the country erupted. Some television stations refused to air the episode. Thousands of protest letters arrived, yet millions still watched. I kept thinking, only Bea Arthur could make America laugh one week and force an entire nation into debate the next. Here's the twist. Despite all that success, she walked away, not because ratings collapsed, because she believed the story had reached its ending. That tells you something about her. She wasn't interested in staying somewhere just because it was successful. She valued timing more than popularity. Ironically, That decision led to the role people remember most. Dorothy Zbornak, The Golden Girls. It's difficult to imagine anyone else playing her. What's fascinating is that the character was written specifically with B. Arthur in mind. Her height, her deep voice,